Hey guys, so we're going to be in a world of trouble if the reporting is true about Russia reaching out to China, asking for help with the military. If China chooses a side, which it seems like they have, even though verbally they're saying they haven't, we get the majority of our goods from China. We're already struggling. We're already depleted on so many levels beyond what you can even imagine, all the way down to computer chips for your vehicles. It's about to really hit the fan. Keep prepping and prepare today, tomorrow, and the next. We have got to stop being so dependent on other countries. We need this country for that. We need this country for this. It's becoming too much because the world is an unstable place. And that being said, if China aligns themselves with Russia and provides some military support, now is as if we have to go against China. That's just my opinion. We can't afford to do that. Not when we depend so heavily on Chinese imports.
I really wanted to get it right. Trying to find some balance in my life. I never really put up a fight. And now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch?
Russia at some point after the invasion reached out to the Chinese asking for military assistance and other support. We don't have too many more details beyond that, but it's certainly a step beyond what National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said on the Sunday shows this morning, which was that the U.S. had some belief that the Chinese knew something ahead of the invasion, something that Putin was planning, but maybe didn't have the full extent of the picture given how frequently Vladimir Putin lies. But this information, this new breaking news, is a step beyond that. Not just discussion about what happened before the invasion, but this is current, sometime after the invasion. So now the U.S. is closely watching to see how China deals with Russia after the invasion, especially with respect to sanctions. Take a listen here.
We also are watching closely to see the extent to which China actually does provide any form of support, material support or economic support to Russia. It is a concern of ours, and we have communicated to Beijing that we will not stand by and allow any country to compensate Russia for its losses.
The administration is also paying close attention to the Chinese appearing to endorse Russian disinformation campaigns. White House officials say while Beijing has tried to appear neutral on the world stage, domestic media coverage there is siding with Russia, and Beijing seemingly has endorsed the Russian claims that the U.S. is developing chemical weapons in Ukraine, which of course the U.S. says is not true, and is also an indicator that Russia may be planning a chemical weapons attack. Debunking misinformation has been a really key part of the White House strategy. Not only did officials declassify intelligence ahead of the invasion as a way to counter Russian false flag operations, but last week, the White House also gathered a group of 30 social media influencers from TikTok for the equivalent of a background briefing. Press Secretary Jen Psaki and officials from the National Security Council joined that call, telling the influencers they can use their platforms to debunk misinformation and saying, quote, "We recognize this is a critically important avenue in the way that the American public is finding out about the latest. We wanted to make sure you had the latest information from us, from an authoritative source." So the president has arrived back at the White House. He went in without speaking to reporters.
Hey guys, how are y'all doing? I just wanted to come on and say thank you for sending your prayers and your thoughts because of my surgery I just had. I'm out of breath because I had to get up and turn the light on. I'm using my Snapchat app, y'all. I don't have on makeup. So it's just a lot going on and nothing for me to do but sit here in this bed. When I get up, all that blood rushes to my foot and it just starts throbbing, but I have to get up. I can't just lay here. I've been doing little exercises, laying in the bed, nothing that's going to hurt anything or whatever. I go to the doctor for a follow-up on Wednesday. So I hope that goes great. I know they're going to take the bandage off. So I'm anxious to see what it looks like and nervous at the same time. My husband's been busy trying to get the basement together still without my help. And he finally pretty much finished the pantry, our downstairs pantry, that is. We have more than one. So try to store food in more than one location, you guys. And so that's looking pretty good. He sent me a little video of it. I'll try to insert that in a different video. But I wanted to come on and just give you an update on how I'm doing and then talk to you about what's going on in the world and encourage you to keep prepping. So I encourage you to keep stockpiling food, not just because of what's going on in the world, but because of instances like what I'm doing, which is laying up right now with my foot propped up on a pillow due to illness or due to job loss or anything weather related, whatever. It's all a good reason to stockpile extra food. There are going to be people that tell you you don't need to do that. Everything's fine. It'll blow over. I don't see that happening anytime soon. Matter of fact, I don't see that happening in the next year with the way things are going. And so let's dig deep. So from all the bans, all the sanctions and everything that's being placed on Russia and us depending on other countries for certain goods, we're in a terrible place right now. We're already short in the stores. There are deliveries that aren't being made because we have a lack of truck drivers. So now we have grains that are not going to make it here because there are a lack of people to operate the factories, to pick up and deliver the goods over in Ukraine because they are fighting a war. This is serious, and I'm not trying to make this, a scary situation, but we need to stock up right now. Prices are going up. Prices have gone up, and they are continuing to go up. I look at a lot of mukbang videos, people eating food and stuff, and they're talking about the high prices and, of seafood. Well, it's going to be high prices on everything, from your chicken legs to your chicken wings. So you might, if you have space in your yard, you might want to get you a few chickens and start growing your own meat, growing your own vegetables. Make sure you get your seeds. Make sure you have water stockpile. Make sure you have filters to filter out any water in case you don't have access to clean, fresh water. So I'm taking the time out today in between. Like, my foot is hurting. It is hurting. It's not at a 10 right at the moment. It's probably at around a 7. But I still feel the need to come on and let you know that now is not the time to pump your brakes on getting your supplies in. Not just food, medications as well. Get your supplies in as fast as you can, because with everything happening over in Ukraine, with Russia and that whole conflict, and then you got us depending and waiting on oil from other countries. Now chaos is broken out over there as well. So what are we going to do? We're going to see higher prices in fuel. I would not doubt that this being March, by the end of April, we should be close to $10. And yes, I know everybody can't, you cannot store up that kind of fuel like you can with food. But every little bit helps, maybe running less errands, like with me running out to the stores and stuff. I had already started. Once I'm out, I hit those stores up and I'm done for the week pretty much, because who has fuel to do all of that? And then if emergency breaks out, you don't have fuel to get to a safe place. So stockpile your food, still make your plan, but every time you go, just get a little bit at a time And I promise you, I know I say this all the time, it does add up. I've shown you in other videos. So I'm not going to hold you. I'm waiting on my husband to come back. He went to get me something to eat because he just didn't want to cook, I guess. But I need to go ahead and get something in me. I haven't eaten all day. I just didn't have an appetite, but I know that I have medicine that I have to take. So y'all take care. Thanks again, and I will hope to see you soon in another video. Now, some of the videos that I'm posting, those were videos that, like, I did the cluster of videos. You notice the same shirt, same hair, whatever. I did those all in one day just to try to have videos and content for you guys. But here and there in between, I'll give you fresh videos when I can. So I love you, but God loves you more. I love you, but God loves you more. He created only one you. Be the best you that you can be. And when you are, you can go out and spread God's love with distance if you have to. And if you feel the need to give a hug or you need a hug, simply open your mouth and ask for it. And I'm sure someone is willing to show you some love in return. So y'all take care. Stay safe out there. Continue to listen to the news, but cipher what you need to get out of it. Everything they tell you is not 100%, and everything they tell you is not even there. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. There are so many things you can't control, but there are some that you can. What are you doing?